Gaming has given us some of the most powerful, most emotional, and most unforgettable experiences in the history of entertainment. We're talking stories that hit harder than any movie, worlds more immersive than any book, moments you remember for the rest of your life. But with thousands of games releasing every single year, most people are only scratching the surface, playing the obvious titles and missing the ones that genuinely change how you see the medium forever. Life is short, your free time is limited, and not every game deserves a spot on your list, but these ones absolutely do. These aren't just good games. These are experiences every gamer owes it to themselves to have before they're done playing. Today we're counting down the top 20 must-play modern games that belong on every gamer's bucket list. Let's get into it.
Resident Evil Requiem released in early 2026 as a masterclass in modern horror, balancing action with psychological dread. You're investigating outbreaks across interconnected locations, rewarding exploration. The graphics are genuinely unsettling, with grotesque creature designs and oppressive environments. Combat feels visceral, with every shot mattering. The AI behaves intelligently, adapting to your strategies, creating unpredictable, terrifying encounters. Sound design creates psychological pressure through environmental audio. By mid-2026, it became the best-selling horror game of the generation. The pacing alternates between quiet exploration, building dread, and explosive action, devastating you emotionally. Whether you love horror or appreciate games as art, Resident Evil Requiem represents the pinnacle of modern horror game design when crafted by passionate developers who understand the genre's appeal.
Clair Obscur released in 2025 as a visually stunning turn-based RPG with hand-painted aesthetics, making every location feel like living paintings. The tactical combat forces strategic positioning and ability management, rather than reflexive action. You're leading an expedition, stopping an apocalyptic threat with genuine character development. The story explores sacrifice and unity through creative narrative moments. Boss encounters demand strategy and pattern understanding, not button mashing. By 2026, word of mouth elevated its reputation significantly, making it one of the year's best RPGs. The turn-based system proves real-time action isn't necessary for engaging encounters. The art direction is phenomenal. If you appreciate JRPGs or tactical games, Clair Obscur is mandatory.
Black Myth Wukong is a spectacular action game based on Journey to the West, featuring over 80 phenomenal boss encounters. You're playing the Destined One on a quest to retrieve magical artifacts. The combat emphasizes dodging and counterattacking with 3-stance staff gameplay. Transformation abilities let you shapeshift into defeated enemies and use their powers. The graphics are absolutely breathtaking on Unreal Engine 5. By early 2026, it became one of the highest-grossing games ever made, cementing Chinese game development's arrival. Each boss fight is a visually stunning spectacle, combined with incredible strategic depth. The spellcasting system provides tactical variations. By 2026, over 20 million copies sold worldwide. The boss encounters justify playing this game alone, with martial arts ballet-like combat that feels incredibly satisfying and rewarding.
Lies of P is a dark Pinocchio reimagining set in a steampunk Belle Epoque city. You're a puppet awakening in a corrupt metropolis filled with mechanical horrors. The combat focuses on perfect parries like Sekiro, requiring skill and pattern recognition. What makes it special is the weapon crafting system, where you customize blades and handles. The story branches based on moral choices, determining your destiny. The Victorian aesthetic mixed with mechanical horror is phenomenal. The atmosphere is oppressive and beautiful. By 2026, it sold over 3 million copies, proving indie Souls-likes can compete with From Software. The combat is satisfying, the world is gorgeous, and the Pinocchio reimagining respects the original while making it existentially darker. Absolutely essential modern game. A roguelike action game with phenomenal storytelling, beautiful visuals, and tight combat. Character development unfolds across runs with incredible writing. You're Zagreus, escaping the underworld, fighting through procedurally generated rooms. Every death advances the narrative. Characters are charming and likable. The voice acting is stellar. The soundtrack is phenomenal. The art style is gorgeous. The controls feel responsive. This game proved roguelikes can have phenomenal storytelling. Multiple playthroughs reveal different narratives. Absolutely phenomenal.
An open-world action RPG introducing vast biomes, cross-platform co-op play, and smarter monster behavior, emphasizing teamwork and exploration with an ecosystem that feels alive and reactive. This 2026 release brings fresh perspective to the franchise. The creature designs are phenomenal. Combat is satisfying and tactical. Exploration is rewarding. Co-op gameplay creates phenomenal moments. The world feels alive. The ecosystem reacts to your presence. Essential action RPG experience.
Represents the middle section of the adventure with plenty of wandering around open areas on one big journey. Side quests serve as the primary reason to explore each zone, offering variety and unpredictability. You're continuing Cloud's journey across diverse regions. The world is stunningly beautiful. Characters are memorable. Story moments are emotional. Exploration feels organic. Combat encounters are engaging. This 2024 release respects the original while innovating exploration. Phenomenal.
After 13 years, Rockstar Games returns to Vice City with 2 playable characters exploring modern Miami in the biggest and most ambitious open-world game ever made. This 2026 release is absolutely massive. The world is alive and reactive. Character interactions matter. The story is engaging. The mission design is phenomenal. The freedom is incredible. Rockstar proved they still dominate open-world design. Essential modern gaming experience. An intense and graphically impressive action game with mythological Chinese setting. A kung fu punk mixture of wuxia storytelling with steampunk and horror elements. Powerful battles with 30-plus weapon categories reward successful boss fights. This 2026 release brings fresh perspective. The combat is phenomenal. The story is engaging. The art direction is stunning. The boss fights are memorable. The world design is intricate. This game proves innovation matters. One of the most ambitious open-world games ever made, with a gigantic world promising varied missions, puzzles, and battles, combining elements from Zelda, Dragon's Dogma 2, and GTA with Assassin's Creed gameplay, creating unique mechs. This 2026 release is absolutely phenomenal. The world is massive and handcrafted. Exploration feels organic. The story is engaging. The combat is satisfying. The art direction is gorgeous. This game respects player freedom, essential for modern gaming enthusiasts. The sequel improves on the original in every way, with larger scope and phenomenal content. You're playing as Malinoe, Zagreus' sister, pursuing Kronos. The new gameplay mechanics are deeper. Character interactions are phenomenal. The story continues brilliantly. The voice acting is incredible. The art direction is stunning. The combat is more varied. This 2025 release shows how to make sequels properly. Multiple playthroughs reward exploration. Absolutely phenomenal.
Game of the Year 2024 winner. This 3D platformer is a celebration of PlayStation gaming. The DualSense controller features are so creative, you'll discover new ways to interact with the game constantly. Each level is packed with secrets, and the charm is undeniable. It proves innovation isn't dead in gaming. You're Astro, exploring a digital world. The platforming is tight and satisfying. The creativity is phenomenal. The art direction is gorgeous. Every moment feels joyful. This game represents what modern gaming can achieve. For RPG enthusiasts who love strategy and storytelling, Baldur's Gate 3 delivers a compelling, immersive experience, honoring legendary roots while innovating for modern era. You're infected with a mind flayer parasite with days to live. The story branches into 17,000 permutations. Every choice matters. Character interactions are phenomenal. Combat is tactical and rewarding. Multiple playthroughs feel completely different. This game respects player agency. The world reacts to your decisions. Genuinely one of the greatest RPGs ever made.
Elden Ring remains relevant well into 2026. It fully deserved its Game of the Year title in 2022 and continues to evolve. The 2024 DLC Shadow of the Erd Tree added new spells, gear, and brand new weapon types, further enriching gameplay. Now in 2026, this game stands as a masterpiece. Over 30 million copies sold worldwide, making it one of the best-selling games of all time. Designed by Hitaka Miyazaki, with world building by George R.R. Martin, you're a tarnished on a quest to restore the Elden Ring and claim the title of Elden Lord. The sprawling assortment of different weapons, spells, and ashes of war allows infinite combinations with build variety unmatched in gaming. The exploration is phenomenal. The bosses are legendary. This game changed everything.